Tonight in the SAC with Dr. Sarah, we have a great lineup. We're going to talk about the testing that I've been talking about, the campaign with Corri Fetman and Blair Nastasi. Corri is a Chicago attorney who sometimes goes by the nickname the Love Lawyer. She's also known for one of her controversial sayings on a billboard, "Life is short, get a divorce." She is a preeminent family lawyer, and she used to model for a Playboy magazine. Blair is from Media Moguls PR firm, and they have an interesting little slogan, "Not your grandpa's PR firm." These two guests have something in common with me. Their goal is to get 5,000 people tested for STDs, sexually transmitted diseases, as well as the SAC app is joining them on this campaign. Up first, we have Blair. Blair, actually, your PR firm helped to launch this campaign. Do you want to tell us a little bit about how it got started?
Definitely. So I was working with one of my clients, PriceDate.com, which is a new dating platform that has a bit of a twist. So in researching some statistics about online dating, we inadvertently came across a frightening statistic, which is that online dating leads to higher STI transmission rates. So I was talking to Alex Greenberg, who's the founder of PriceDate, and he agreed that we really needed to do something about this. He strongly felt that as an online dating platform, we had an obligation to bring this to people's attention and set out to turn those numbers around. So that's what gave us the idea for the campaign, and that's how we got started.
Right, which is kind of scary out there in the dating world if this is all occurring, don't you think?
Oh, absolutely. And then the worst part is people aren't even aware of it. So that's the idea, is to bring it to their attention, and then once we have their attention, we can educate them on how they can change it and hopefully make a difference.
Well, I totally agree. Corri, how did your law firm become part of this campaign?
Well, Blair and I have worked on other projects, and Blair was telling me about this campaign. I thought it would be a good fit because a lot of my clients who are going through a divorce try online dating while they're either going through their divorce or after their divorce, hopefully after their divorce. And I had no idea the statistics were that high, and I'm totally a proponent of safe sex, so I thought it would be a great fit.
Definitely. I find a lot of people, too, when I'm working with the SAC app that are getting divorced, and a lot of them don't realize how prominent the STDs are. There's the villages in Florida. That's one of the highest incidents of STDs around in the United States. So I find that to be crazy.
Wow.
So a lot of people don't know that.
I think we've become a society of instant intimacy and hookups.
Yep.
So as a result, safe sex falls by the wayside, and then when it's too late, people are sorry because they go and then they get tested, and all of a sudden they've got an STD.
Yeah.
They're not thinking about it ahead of time, and I think it's great that this ad campaign educates people.
Yeah, I agree. Corri, also, tell us a little bit about your background. It's quite a switch from Playboy model to attorney.
How much time do you have?
I actually would love to come to Chicago and talk to you. You have an amazing story, so just give us a brief synopsis of it.
Brief synopsis.
Yeah.
So first and foremost, I'm an attorney. I practice in divorce, employment law, entertainment law. I'm known for my divorce because of the ad campaign that I launched. I do a lot of transactional work for corporate clients also as well. But my firm was placed on the map and became an international overnight success when I launched this billboard ad campaign with two scantily clad, a female and a male, and the tagline was "Life short, get a divorce." It basically changed the way lawyers advertise, got crazy statistics, and then thereafter the city of Chicago pulled down the billboard, claiming that there was no permits, but it was basically because people here were going crazy.
So they didn't like it, or were they objecting to?
You know what? It was. I got both. As you well know, and as Blair knows, any type of advertising is, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, you're still putting yourself out there, and you're still, emanating a message.
Yep.
So I got good and bad, and still get play from it, which
That's
says
awesome.
a lot because it was launched back in 2007.
Yep.
From that point forward, I was thrust into the media. Playboy called, said, "Hey, we want to do." They had no idea that it was me on the billboard, by the way, at the time, because I posed for the
Oh,
photos.
okay.
So the quote-unquote reveal in Playboy. They did. I went and did a test shoot, and we did 4 more shoots. I was at Playboy Studio West in California, and did some in New York. From there, 2008, they set forth my reveal that I was on the billboard, as well as naked photos, and then also launched my Love Lawyer advice column.
Oh,
so
nice.
I had an advice column as well on Playboy.com.
And are you still doing that?
I just took my advice columns, actually, and put them into a book, and the book is with an agent. So I'm hoping to get a publishing deal.
Oh my God, you're living my dream. Yeah. I mean, we did our campaign. Our slogan is doesn't matter who you go home with, just as long as you keep it in your sack. So that,
I like that.
Yeah, and I'm in the middle of it. But here in Boston, I'm finding people are not as likely to talk about sex life, which is kind of interesting because they are kind of
conservative out there.
Very conservative. Maybe I just don't fit in the Boston area, my product. But
Chicago's very conservative too.
Yeah.
Which is why I gotta heat.
Yeah, definitely. And I love that billboard story. I love it.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I did launch other campaigns, but they didn't get as much play. And I have a new business campaign coming out soon, but I haven't launched it yet. And that's primarily what Blair and I were talking about. So that'll be coming out soon.
Oh, nice. Well, I'm looking forward to it.
Well, thank you.
So, Blair, tell us about some of your other clients besides Corri.
Wow. Well, Corri is hard to follow. I'm afraid I don't have a story that's quite that interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. That's okay. But to sum it up, most of my work has been with startup companies or nonprofits. I tend to gravitate towards clients and businesses that have some type of cause-related initiative.
Mm-hmm.
I really like working with clients who have some type of vision that can impact the world and really make a difference. So, that doesn't, encompass all of my clients, but primarily that's what I like to work with.
Right. Well, I think we could be a potential for you.
Well, the SAC impacts the world.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, it's like your little electronic black book, but for good purposes. Because of the STDs, you need to track down. I mean, girls in their 20s are sleeping around a little bit more. I mean, I guess when I was at UConn 10 years ago, everybody was kind of sleeping around then, but we didn't have the iPhone or apps. But, I think it would be a good idea.
Do you remember that? Sarah, do you remember that Sex and the City episode where Miranda finds out that she has chlamydia and she has to contact? That's really what it's about.
Right. Yeah, she had to call them all. Yeah, that's actually a good clip.
Remember.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she was like, who did I get this from? And called everybody. I remember that episode very well.
And things are worse now with all the online dating and Tinder and all that.
Oh, yeah. Definitely with the online dating. Because everybody, they're meeting up, they're hooking up. They're not thinking about it. Alcohol's probably involved. And, I think it'd be best if you did track it on your app. But, we'll see.
It's a great idea.
Thank you. Thank you. Guys, tell us about why you chose this campaign to get involved with. I know that PriceDate.com is also a sponsor in the campaign.
As far as, my involvement in PriceDate's involvement, basically we just noticed, STI transmission has become an epidemic, and like you guys were just talking about, there's such a lower barrier of entry due to online dating, apps like Tinder. People are hooking up now more than ever, and so we just thought we needed to spearhead a campaign to bring this issue to the forefront, because it's something that really no one wants to talk about, but it needs to be talked about if we want to, make any change at all.
Right. Well, I agree with you. Like I was saying, here in Boston, a lot of people don't want to talk about it. We'll do a lot of parties, and people just get so shy, and it's like, it shouldn't be a topic not spoken of anymore.
Yeah, I find it interesting that people don't want to talk about it, but they're doing it. To me, that just like, I'm not going to talk about this.
Right.
That this is an issue, but I'm going to go, meet some guy I met on Tinder and hook up with it. That's okay, but talking about it is not okay.
Right.
Do they talk about it with their friends though, or their girlfriends?
Definitely. That's where I got the idea. Go ahead.
I think even when people talk about it with their friends, it's not so much the issue of the STI transmission rate. It's more or less, oh, I did this or I did that.
Yeah.
Not necessarily addressing the issues that are involved with that behavior.
Right. Well, how's our testing coming along? How's the contest going so far?
It's going well. The challenging part about testing is in regard to the HIPAA laws. So
Yeah.
We've seen a big increase in traffic to the campaign site. We've got quite a few email inquiries. We've got quite a bit of interest in the campaign. As far as getting people to go out and get tested, the best way we've found to quantify that is just by getting people to share our message, post our message, or if they feel comfortable, take photos of themselves at the testing location and share them. So,
Yeah.
Have they done that?
yeah, we had to get a bit creative just to kind of get the message out there and get people willing to share the fact that they're getting tested. But, that's at least one way to quantify it and hopefully get the message out and get people signed up.
Right. I think once people start seeing what we're doing, I think they're going to love it and want to get involved.
Exactly. I agree.
What's the biggest bit of advice you would offer someone who's on the dating scene about STDs and what they should be aware of?
So,
Sorry, go ahead.
You both can
Go for it.
answer.
My advice is always wear a condom. I mean, you don't know who you're sleeping with or who that person slept with or how many times they are, a lot of people have, which astounds me. I don't even know how this happens, but I don't know why it astounds me. People have more than one date on one night or more than one hookup in one night.
Ew.
So how do you, if they're sleeping with that person, then you're about, who the hell knows where they've been.
Right.
I don't mean to sound so trashy about it, but God only knows. where they've
It's
been.
true.
You
And we
don't
can
know
say that.
person. You don't even know that person you don't even know that person even after 3 months.
No, you really
I hate
don't.
to say that. People think that this is the problem with society now. People think that just because they're emailing you or they're texting you or you're on social media that you know that person. They think that those people are their friends. That's
Yep.
another misconception about social media. Those people are not your friends. They don't know you, and you don't know this person.
You don't know what they're
Unless you've
doing.
been dating them for right. You don't know what they're doing their time, and you don't know how many people they've slept with.
Right.
And they're not going to tell you that they have an STD because they don't want to talk about it. The same reason
Right.
that we're telling everybody to get tested.
Right. Yeah,
Or
I mean,
even worse, they may not even know they have one because they haven't been tested.
it's definitely true. I'm seeing
Scary.
more and more people actually, because like myself, I'm single still. I'm in my 30s, and I'm seeing more and more people like come up. Like I would never think in your 30s that you could come up with an STD. It sounds like a 20-year-old college girl problem, but it's not because people aren't getting married quickly anymore. So
No, look at the statistics for people over 50.
yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
It's scary.
it is scary. I'm glad that.
Nobody has responsibility anymore.
Yeah, and I think that's a little bit on the social media end. It's good, it's bad. It's good for our business, but on the other side,
Great for my business. Sorry.
Yeah, no. So I mean, but I think it's changed up the dating world. I mean, it's difficult to date. It's difficult to even get to know anybody anymore.
People don't date.
No, they don't. You don't get it last out. Yeah, nobody asks you to dinner anymore. A couple dinners. No, they just want to have some drinks and hook up right after immediately. So
Exactly.
So
And I'm sorry, but they've ruined it for other people.
yeah, I agree. I think that's why I'm still single, because I'm not that girl that's gonna go home with you after 2 drinks, fellas. So
I'm still single too, sweetie.
we're smart.
And everybody thinks I'm promiscuous just because I pose in Playboy, which
Right.
is another misconception.
Exactly. I mean, that's the same thing about the SAC app. They'll think that I'm super slutty, and that's why I made it. No, I made it for educational purposes, fun, sex, and everything else. So
Right.
whatever, they need to get
I'm
it.
not giving it up just because my photos are out there. Sorry.
Exactly. Actually,
But
speaking.
you can't touch.
No, I like that. I like that a lot. I do like the advice of the condoms. Actually, One Condoms here in Boston is working with us, and they're involved, and you can actually win 1,000 condoms from them if you complete the test. Correct, Blair?
That is correct. So the way we set it up was one winner will win a 1-year supply of condoms, and then 2 winners will win 6 months supply of condoms.
Yeah.
How do you know what a year's supply of condoms is if somebody's getting it every day?
Actually, that's a good point.
Significantly more than some people do.
Yeah.
It's less than people, but I'm just going with an average of 1 per day.
So it might be like leftovers, right?
Right.
Depending on how popular someone is, I guess.
Yeah, it's one big box of condoms. We have them for our promotional stuff, so I know what they're getting in the mail. There's a lot of condoms there, so.
Are they colored? Do they have like different things?
Yeah, they have the best sayings on them. I can't think of them, but like some will glow in the dark. Some have flavor.
Cool.
Yeah, they have really cool packaging. I can send you some pictures of them, but they're really funny. And people tend to want them when we're out, more so than anything, even a T-shirt, which is weird. But anyway, our T-shirts say I'm good in the SAC, so I would think they'd want that.
Oh, my God.
Yep. So
You must get a lot of play on that.
yeah, they do like that a lot too. So, Blair, where can people get in touch with you to learn more about the campaign?
Yeah, so right now we're promoting the campaign on Twitter. We've got a few infographics that we're circulating just to get some of the facts out about the STI transmission rate.
Mm-hmm.
We have an interview series on examiner.com, and then we're also running a media outreach campaign. So within the coming weeks, we should have some more interviews coming out and some stories about the campaign, just so we can get in touch with more people and get more people signed up.
Right.
If people are interested in learning more or want to get in touch with me, they can reach me at Blair at MediaMogulsPR.com or connect with Media Moguls PR on Twitter.
Great. And they can also send us some Instagrams with the hashtag #WrapIt, hashtag 5,000 Test Challenge, hashtag Get Tested, and hashtag Safer Online Dating. We'd love to see your photos. So if you go out there and you get tested, please send us your stuff on Instagram. How do they win the contest?
That's a good question. So the way we have the contest set up is you can get an entry for taking certain actions. So if you send out a tweet, or an Instagram with any of those hashtags that Sarah mentioned, you get one entry. If you follow us, me, Price Date, you, Corri, or you, Sarah, on Twitter, they get another entry. If they take a picture of themselves at their testing location, they get 5 entries.
Mm-hmm.
If they send us a message with the date and time of their testing location, they get 5 entries. So they get more entries for actually sending us, I guess, a little proof that they got tested, but they also get entries for sharing the message. So one person could feasibly get multiple entries into the contest. And then at the end, so the contest ends mid-February. When the contest is over, we'll select the 3 winners by random and then contact them.
And then do you post them at somewhere?
Once we have the winners chosen, we'll announce it. We'll contact them because we'll have their email address in the database, but we'll also announce it on Twitter and other social media as well.
It's a great contest. Everybody really should sign up and join us on our little adventure. So, all right, well, thank you, ladies, for joining me tonight. This is a very interesting conversation, and I love working with you guys. So we'll send you all the information later this week. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you so much.
We'll talk to you
Have a great
soon.
day.
Bye.